Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Just feel your belly rising and falling with each breath. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, reach through fingers forward and up. Exhale, turn palms out, press and resist. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, turn palms out, press. One more big inhale to reach forward and up. Exhale, bring your right hand to your right hip as you sway to the right and hold. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sway. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, sway right and pause. Reach both arms back up to center. You can peek up. Left hand to your left hip. Sway to the left. Big inhale. Big exhale. Full breath in. Full breath out. Take one more inhale. Exhale, sway to the left and pause. Reach both arms back up to center. Let's take a back bend. Arms can stay up or hands can come behind your head. If arms are up, peek up at your fingertips. If hands are behind your head, press elbows out, open through your heart and chest. Take a full inhale and a full exhale to finish your back bend. Slowly come back to center. Reach arms up if they're not there. Bend your knees, send your hips back, come into a downhill skier. Palms pressing at heart center. Core is pulling in, shoulders pressing back. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little lower. Bring your chest to your thighs, come into a forward fold. You can hide arms behind legs. You can step on your hands with the back of your feet, the front of your feet. You can also grab opposite elbows and just hang in a ragdoll, letting your head hang. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, tips and weight forward. Exhale, settle in. Take one more full round of breath. Tip into your forward fold. Release your hands down, unravel. Come to your downhill skier. Just pause for a moment. We're setting up for lunge backs. Release hands to frame your feet, or you can bring them to blocks if you have them, and send your right foot back. Inhale, reach arms back. Exhale, reach forward and up into your crescent lunge. Take a moment to reach tall, to pull your core in, and to press your heel back, lengthening through your hip flexor. Now bring your hands to heart center. We're going to take a twist. Twist over towards your left knee. You can bring your elbow to your knee. Make a fist with your bottom hand, your right hand, and make a flat palm with your left and press in. So use that leverage to twist from your midsection. Inhale. Twist, maybe sink a little deeper on the exhale. Slowly come back to center. Reach arms up. Release hands down. Frame your front foot. Look forward. Step forward and fold. Come back to your downhill skier, neutralizing your spine. Release hands to frame your feet and lunge your left foot back. Inhale, reach arms back. Exhale, forward and up to your crescent lunge. Big round of breath to lengthen, to engage your core. Hands to heart center, taking that twist. Twist towards your right knee. Elbow to knee. Flatten your palm. Make a fist with your left hand. Now use that fist for leverage. Lift your heart and chest. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to your crescent lunge. Reach up. Release hands down. Look forward. Step forward and fold. Bend your knees, just lift halfway. So bending your knees slightly. Reach arms back. Reach forward and up into your chair pose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Straighten your legs. We're going to come into our eagle. Bend your knees. Take your right arm under your left. Pick your right leg up. Wrap it over your left. I tried that too fast. So nice and slow. Over your left leg. You can leave your big toe out for a kickstand. You can wrap it around your leg. Grow tall through your upper body. Keep that core engaged. And then sink. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink even lower into your leg. Inhale, unravel, spring out, reach up. Exhale, taking it on the other side, left arm under right. Bend your knees, pick your left leg up, wrap it over your right. Find settling here in your eagle pose. Take one more inhale. Exhale, settle. Inhale, unravel, spring out, reach up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Full breath in, full breath out. Let's take a tree pose. Shifting weight into your left foot. Lift your right knee up to 90. Now take your knee out to the right. Bring your foot into your thigh, calf, or ankle, just avoiding your knee joint. Arms by your sides. You can bring hands to heart center. You can interlace hands and flip them up, or you can just reach arms up. I want you to lift up through your heart and chest from your ribs, like somebody is grabbing your ribs and lifting you up. So feel that lift. Lift your heart and chest. Ground down through your standing leg. Slowly bring your right knee back to center. Let your arms fall by your sides. Take a pause. Release your right foot down. Shift weight right. Left knee lifts, hip height. Take it out to the side for tree, bringing it into your thigh, calf, or ankle. Hands to heart center. Lift up. Maybe reach or flip up. Grow your tree. Press your left knee out and take a big round of breath. Make your way back to center. Left knee at 90, arms by your sides. Release your left foot down. Shake out your feet, shake out your ankles. Let's take one long set of dancers. Left arm reaches, right arm comes out to the side. Catch your right foot behind you. Take a moment to grow tall and then kick back. Top arm can stay high. Top arm can reach forward. You can find a hinge from your hips as you reach forward. Take one more big round of breath in your dancers. Start to bring your knees back in. Release your foot. Backstroke or windmill your arms, right arm lifting. Left arm catches your foot behind you. Pause at the top, engage your left thigh as you grow tall, and then start to hinge in. Take one more nice big round of breath in your dancers. Reach up, kick back. Mindfully bring your knees back together. Release your foot. Take a couple backstrokes or windmills of your arms. Land with your arms by your sides, conscious mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale. Come to the back of your mat for warrior three. Reach arms up, interlace fingers, pointers extend. Left knee lifts, hip height. Take a step forward with your left foot and roll on to the ball of your right foot. Then hinge into your warrior three, lifting your right leg. Bring your hands to heart center. As you press your palms, let your shoulders roll back away from your ears. Now reach arms back to airplane. Press through your right heel as your right toes flex down towards your mat. Find a tiny lift in your heart and chest. Now slowly hinge your right knee to 90. Arms reach up. Take that small step forward, rolling onto the ball of your left foot as you hinge in, warrior three. Hands come to heart center. Press palms. Reach arms back. Find that lift in your left leg. Press your back heel back. Mindfully bring your left knee to 90. Arms reach up, interlace fingers, pointers extend, grow tall. Release your left foot down. Release both arms by your sides. Big inhale, big exhale. Walk to the top of your mat and face right. Stepping out nice and wide to lift arms up first, and then step out wide, bring arms out to a T. Turn your toes in, we're taking a wide-legged forward fold. Flip your palms up, lift your heart and chest. Then start to hinge forward, pulling your core in until you're parallel with your mat. Release your hands down. We're gonna hold here today. Sometimes we take a twist. So you can reach out for calves or ankles. You can grab your big toe and take a yogi toe lock. Just enjoy this forward motion, tipping weight into the balls of your feet, keeping your spine long and sending your tailbone high. So I don't wanna see a domed or round spine. I want a nice long spine. Again, if you have a block or a box, you can release hands down onto your block. Tip a little more weight forward. If you're grabbing your legs, pull yourself in. Everyone take one more breath. Release your hands back underneath your shoulders. Reach arms out to a T, or you can bring hands to your hips. Lift yourself back up to standing. Let's come into a warrior two. Right toes back towards the back of your mat. Bend into your right knee. Shoulders stay stacked over hips, both arms reaching forward and back. You can glance back past your right fingertips. Now reach back, taking a bent knee triangle. Elbow to knee or arm can press to the inside of your leg. Top arm reaching up. Find that long spine. Inhale. Exhale. Bring yourself back up to your warrior two. Take a pause at the top. Flip your front palm, reach up and back, revolve. Keep that bend in your front knee. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, slowly come back to center, back to your warrior two. Straighten your right leg, turn your toes in. Let's take a standing frog. Arms up shoulder height. Heels turn in, toes turn out. Find your strong core. Now send your knees out towards your toes as your hips sink down. Sink a little bit lower. Hinge forward, elbows to the insides of your knees. Use your elbows to press your knees out, and then you can find a tiny sway side to side. Come back to center if you took this way. Sink your hips even lower. Use your strong core to bring yourself back up to your standing frog. Sink even lower. Straighten legs. Arms back to a T. Left toes forward. Right foot, the edge of your right foot is parallel with the back of your mat. Bend into your front knee, warrior two. Reach, bent knee triangle. Elbow to knee or arm to the inside of your leg. Reach up, broaden your shoulders. So find space between your shoulder blades. Then relax the inside of your neck. So kind of pulling your shoulder away from your ear, but it's really your neck you want to pull back and soften. Peek up. Bring yourself back to your warrior two. Flip your front palm, reach up and back, revolve. Take one more big round of breath. Reach up, reach back. Come back to your warrior two. Straighten your left leg, turn your toes in. Bring your hands to your hips, walk yourself into a 2 or 3 foot base. Then pivot back so that your right toes are back, your left toes are at about 2 or 3 o'clock. I'm gonna face forward so you're not just looking at my backside. Reach arms up, press palms, lock thumbs. Curl your chin to your chest and hinge forward. When your hands hit the mat, you can use them to frame your front foot. You can always bring them to blocks or any prop you have. Bend into your front knee and tap your forehead to your knee. Now send your right hip back as you pull your left hip forward, just trying to keep your hips in a straight line. We have a tendency for this right hip to go forward because we're bending this knee and folding. So I want you to keep them even. Send breath to your back body. Make that forehead to knee connection. Reach arms forward, press palms, lock thumbs. Keeping ears between biceps, roll yourself back up to the top. Once you're standing tall, pivot on your heels to face forward. I'm just gonna switch out my feet since I was already forward. Left toes forward, right toes 2 or 3 o'clock. Reach up, curl chin to chest, dome over your left leg. Hands frame your foot when they meet the mat. Bend into your left knee. Send your left hip back, right hip slightly forward. Let your head hang. Big inhale, send it to the deepest part of your lungs. Big exhale, let go of some stale air. Take one more breath, make that forehead to knee connection. Reach arms forward, press palms, lock thumbs. Slower than you want to, bring yourself back up to standing. Once you're standing, step your right foot forward to meet your left, reach tall, release arms by your sides. Big inhale, big exhale. You can come down on your mat, laying on your back, and we'll come into a single knee to chest. So when you're settled and ready, go ahead and lay back. You can grab a drink if you need to, or towel off. Pull your right knee into your chest and press your left leg down into your mat, or you can hover your left heel. Give your right knee a nice squeeze. Press your left leg down or hover. Take one more big round of breath. Place your left foot on the floor for figure 4. Stack your right ankle on your left knee. Lift your left leg up. Reach through that space and pull your left leg in. Inhale. Exhale, press your spine into the mat. Just take one more breath. Release your left foot to the floor. Send your right leg high. Interlace behind your knee or your calf. Leading with your heart, lift yourself up. So it's almost like a backwards forward fold. Tap forehead to knee. Release upper body down. Arms come by your sides. Right heel is high. And lengthen and lower it all the way down to your mat. Send your left leg to meet it. Take a moment, take a breath. Pull your left knee in, single knee to chest. Press your right leg down or hover your right heel. One more big round of breath. Coming into figure 4, place your right foot on the floor. Stack your left ankle on your right knee, lift it up, reach through, pull in. Shoulders should be pressing down on your mat, tailbone should be pressing down, both feet should still be flexed to protect your knees. Give yourself a squeeze. Release your right foot to the floor, send your left leg high. Interlace behind your knee or your calf, leading with your heart, lift up. Release upper body down, arms by your sides. Take your left heel, your left leg nice and long as you lower it to your mat. Send your right leg to meet it. Full round of breath. Pull both knees in for a double knee to chest. See if you can catch opposite elbows. Squeeze in, press your spine down. You have the option to take a happy baby, sending your feet up towards the ceiling. In either pose, you can take a little rock or sway side to side. If you're in the happy baby, you can take a half happy baby, sending one leg long and then switching it out. Or you can take a straddle pose, kicking both legs out. If you took happy baby, come back to the double kneaded chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And send your legs long. Toes reaching back, arms reaching forward. Feel that side body stretch. Release your arms by your sides. Roll onto your belly. We're coming into cobra pose. So we're gonna take a rolling cobra today. So bring your forehead centered on your mat. Slide your hands back to about mid-rib. Shoulders and elbows reaching up towards the ceiling. Tops of your feet are pressing down. Inhale, slowly roll 1 or 2 ribs up. Just lift to your highest point. Exhale, roll yourself back down. Inhale, roll up into your cobra, lift. Exhale, roll yourself back down. Take one more inhale to roll up, press into hands, lift. Exhale, roll all the way down. You can look to the right or you can make a pillow with your hands. Forehead comes back to center. Let's take a full locust. Arms by your sides. Big toes are still together, tops of your feet pressing down. Lift your heart and chest. Float your arms up towards the ceiling, thumbs up, palms out. Now lift your legs up. Use your hips to anchor yourself down. Lift up. Lift your legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release down. Look to the left or make that pillow with your arms. Forehead comes back to center. You can take another full locust, maybe vary your arms, interlacing hands at your tailbone and pressing back. Or you can take a bow pose. If you're taking bow, reach back for the tops of your feet or your ankles. Then kick your feet into your hands or press your ankles back into your hands to lift yourself up. So hips grounding down, pressing back to lift up. If you're in that full locust, lift your heart and chest or press through your interlaced hands. Everyone take one more breath, lift up, release all the way down. Make that pillow with your hands or look to either side. Forehead centered on the mat. Hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes behind you. Let's press up to a high plank. So you can come through a tabletop if that's easier for you, or you can press right up. Gaze at the front of your mat. Squeeze your core in. Send your shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale, hips up, down dog. You can bend one knee at a time, walking out your dog. You can send your heels towards the floor, send your upper body through your arms, or you can shift side to side through your hips. Take a breath in your down dog. Shift back to your high plank. Release your knees down. We're gonna sit back on our heels for half tortoise. Reach your arms up, press your palms and lock your thumbs. Reach up. Then keeping a long spine, hinge yourself forward until your pinkies hit the mat. Once they hit, send them even farther forward. Feel that side body stretch. So you can release your forehead on your mat. Just keep your arms lifted. So only pinkies and pinky knuckles down. No wrists or forearms. Take one more breath to reach and press your hips back. Then keeping hips to heels, use that hip hinge to bring yourself back up to center. Release your arms by your sides. Come back to your high plank. You can stay in your high plank, working your core, or you have the option to take a vinyasa here. So bending elbows, lowering down to the low push-up, coming forward to the cobra or upward facing dog, and then tuck your toes, downward facing dog, or lift to down dog if you stayed in the plank. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Shift forward to your high plank. Release your knees. Let's sit up for camel pose, our nice big back bend. Bring your hands to your low back. Send your hips forward. Squeeze elbows and shoulder blades together. Now engage through your thighs, so the front of your legs, like you want to lift your thighs up to send your hips forward. Find that back bend. Maybe peek up or peek back. Slowly bring yourself back up to center. Arms by your sides, reach arms forward. Come back to that high plank. You have an option to take a vinyasa or stay in your plank. So I'm going to stay for this one, but go ahead and lower down, chaturanga, cobra or upward facing, tuck toes or lift hips, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Take another breath. Shift back to your high plank. Release knees down. Sit back on your heels for rabbit pose. Reach back to cup your heels behind you. Curl your chin to your chest and start to roll your spine forward. When your forehead taps the mat, pull on your heels and lift your hips up. So taking your spine in the opposite direction than we did in our camel pose. So this is forward flexion in our spine versus when we were taking our spine in extension and camel. So enjoy this forward fold. Try to straighten your arms as you pull on your heels. Keep lifting. Take one more breath. Slowly roll yourself out, hips to heels first. Then take your time, rolling up one vertebrae at a time until your head and neck lifts. Come forward, high plank. You can stay in your high plank, or you can take a vinyasa, lowering down to the low push-up, coming to cobra or upward facing. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Take 3 big breaths in your down dog. Again, you can walk it out. You can find movement. Press your upper body through your arms. Send your heels down towards your mat. Look forward. Step, walk, or jump yourself forward and sit back. Coming into a seated head to knee. Send your heels to the corners of your mat and sit up nice and tall. Pull your left foot into your right thigh. Reach up. Turn towards your right foot. Foot is flexed and hinge forward. Tap your forehead to your knee. So if you need to bend your knee to make that happen, go ahead and do that. If you have the flexibility in your leg, you can hinge forward. Now you have the option to add a twist here. So keep your left foot grabbing, your left hand grabbing your right foot. You can reach back to add a twist, almost like a half bind, or you can reach through grabbing your left knee. If you took the twist, come back to center. Everyone reach past your right toes. Lift yourself up. Release arms down by your sides. Bring the soles of your feet together for butterfly or bound angle. Sit up tall. Hinge forward, keeping that long spine. When it feels right, go ahead and dome your spine, looking in, letting your head hang. You can just let your arms rest on your legs. Nice and slow, roll yourself back up. Send your left leg long. Bring your right foot into your left thigh. Reach up. Tiny twist. Come down, seated head to knee. You can add the twist, reaching back or reaching through. If you took the twist, come back to center. Reach past your left toes. Lift yourself back up. Release arms down by your sides. Send both legs long for a seated spinal twist. Bring your right foot to the outside of your left knee. Place your right arm behind you. Lift your left arm up. Wrap it around to twist, or you can bring your left elbow to the outside of your knee. Press elbow and knee together for leverage and twist. So the twist is coming from your midsection, from your mid back. Sit up tall, peek back, unravel forward, send both legs long. Bring your hands by your sides for staff pose. Press into your hands and lift your hips up. Release them down. Place your left foot to the outside of your right knee. Left arm behind, right arm reaches. Wrap it around and twist, or bring your elbow to the outside. Use it for leverage. Grow tall, peek back, unravel forward, send both legs long. Let's take one more staff pose to neutralize. Fingertips forward, press down, lift up, release. Taking a forward bend, dig your heels down into the mat, reach your arms up. Hinge yourself forward, grabbing the outsides of your feet, pull your heart and chest through. You can stay here with a flat back, or you can dome and round your spine, peeking in. You can also send your legs longer and take a full forward fold, grabbing the tops of your feet. Start to roll yourself back up to seated. Reach for the ceiling or the sky if you're outside, and then reach for your toes. Come back one vertebrae at a time, rolling all the way back down to your mat. You can take a Shavasana or you can take another twist. If you guys know me, you know I love twists. So I'm gonna take a wide twist quickly, just bringing my feet to the outsides of my mat, letting my knees fall to the right, stacking my right heel or ankle down. Arms can come out to a T or goalpost arms by your sides. You can also look past your left shoulder or fingertips. Come out of that side if you took the twist, and just let your knees slowly windshield wiper side to side. When they fall to the left, place your left ankle on your right knee, gaze to the right. Come back to center if you're still in the twist. If there's any other pose you need, go ahead and take it now. If you're ready for our final rest, let your feet go long and fall out. Let your palms face up. Feel the parts of your body that are meeting the mat. Just let them melt down into your mat. And enjoy your final resting pose. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Just bring light awareness back into your body. When you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug, show yourself some gratitude, and thank yourself for coming to your mat today, for giving yourself this 45 minutes of self-care, of yoga. Reach either arm, your right or left, whichever feels more natural, back, and roll onto that side, falling into fetal position, our position of new beginnings. Recall your intention or dedication from the beginning of your practice. You have the opportunity to set a new one, take you through the rest of your Thursday, or maybe even through your Friday or your weekend. Press yourself up to seated, facing forward. Bring your hands to heart center. You can keep eyes closed or glance down at your fingertips, bowing your chin slightly. We'll recognize the peace and light within each and every one of us by bowing forward together and saying namaste or thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much. Sorry for the technical difficulties in the beginning. My Wi-Fi wasn't working, so I had to switch to cellular. Let me ask if I can hear you. Anybody out there?
Thanks, Emily.
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks. See you next week.
Thanks.
All right, take good care. Stay well.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Max.
Thank you.